Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Kind of sad that the GBA library for the Switch only launches with 6 games, but... And one of them is some weird, obscure fucking title. But hey, at least we got Minish Cap, right? Wondering if I should actually narrate this. Probably not. fact that their, like, relationship is so cordial in this installment. It's so tiny. Could say he has an issue with nuts in his mouth. Yes, the namesake of a titular villain for the franchise, and a YouTuber who makes decent content. Not gonna lie, I am looking very much forward to when Metroid Fusion reaches the library of GBA games on the Switch. That's just gonna be fun. I'm excited for seeing the Oracle games brought to Switch as well. Kind of makes me wonder if they'll put the Game Boy Color, Game Boy, and Game Boy Advance Pokemon games onto the Switch as well, and how long it'll be until we see maybe GameCube games? Then again, I'm still waiting on certain 64 games to be put on the Switch, because it's like, they promised us fucking Banjo-Tooie. I want Banjo-Tooie, goddammit. I want Banjo-Tooie, I want Conker's Bad Fur Day, I want fucking Mischief Makers. There are so many titles that they could more or less conscript from Rare, be like, hey, Donkey Kong 64, can we make it happen? I mean, this is fucking Nintendo we're talking about. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. It's not like they can't. And from what I understand, Nintendo and Microsoft are on pretty good terms with each other, so... Make me a wealthy man. myself teensy weensy. That and the ability to fuse kinstones. Getting fucking Metroid Prime Mastered because I never actually played the first Metroid Prime or the second or the third outside of like the first 10 minutes or so of the original Metroid Prime. The only Metroid Prime game that I've ever actually played was Hunters. Well, that and Pinball, which weirdly enough also counts as canon. I'm just sitting here waiting for the day that Twilight Princess gets a fucking HD remaster. Because that'll happen. I'm glad to see Nintendo actually, you know, doing the whole virtual console thing, because it's like, look, I pirate a lot of shit, but if they actually go out of their way to say, hey, we have a legal way for you to support this product, and it's like, hey, guess what? I'll support the product! Surprise, surprise! But it's like, you have to make it, you have to be able to make it so that I can actually fucking support your product. It's like, I can tell you one thing that would definitely make me lose my shit absolutely, would be if, say, FromSoft were to put out a HD collection of all Armored Core games, and a PC re-release of Armored Core 5 and 4 and all spin-offs therein. Like, I would drop Dosh. I would drop Big Dosh. thumbtack of a blade. Search for the minister to get the gabardine. Gabbernut, jabbernut, gabber jabber. Man, wouldn't that be nice in real life if there existed, like, just a consumable item you could just gobble up in a grown region to understand the dialect of the peoples? You don't even have to go through weeks and years of studying and going through crash courses of learning a new language. You just eat this nut or eat this herb. Let us head to temple for the earth element, as well as to get that weird vacuum pot that only ever seemed to appear in this one game. As far as I'm aware. Do you know who I am? Look to see if there's a key. You mean the one that we just picked up? Oh, you're old, but come on, my friend. One thing that I definitely do not miss from this generation of gaming was fucking tutorial-style NPC dialogue that just treated you like you were the world's biggest small brain. Aria of Sorrow and Aria of Sorrow, Circle of the Moon, and fuck, I forgot the Harmony and Dissonance. I wonder if those will come to the Game Boy Advance on the Switch as well, or if they're just... If Konami's gonna sit there and go, no, 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 we already released a collection, a legacy collection, you can't do that. Speaking of Legacy Collections, I'm looking forward to the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. Kinda sucks that they're selling it in multiple parts, but... It's like, what are you gonna do? You can't fight the Japanese mega corporation. especially when they could have just left that franchise in particular in a dusty hole to be forgotten. Come here, you Dr. Mario virus looking thing. Touch fuzzy, get dizzy. I gotta hit the lily pad first. Shit. Just a normal sized choo-choo. Just an absolutely normal sized choo-choo. Drop your fucking Muppet-looking ass. I find it funny how Dying Light 2 is trying so hard to... Like, I was like, oh, we made it's our first year, we made our first year anniversary, you guys. It's like, yeah, congratulations. It's still a mid-game, though. It's like Dying Light 2 is not Dying Light. Sorry. It just doesn't have that staying power. Oh god. Beacon stones must make life hell for people who try to 100% this game as a speedrunning thing. That would be an experience. Putting it politely, that would be an experience. It's like we have annoying old hat that won't shut the hell up, and we have annoying little fairy that won't shut the hell up. Literally, show me your moves. That would be implying that fairies could have children, though. And that's a concept I don't think the world is ready to consider yet. They both magic-like. I mean, technically, the hat's cursed more than is magic. Oh, hey, I have a proper kinstone. Field and then also to the forest so I can snap up that other treasure that spawned. Yeah, get off me. God damn it. Magical bloomers. I don't know how this happened. What am I? I go where? Just go to the bathroom and your underpants start talking to you. There just comes a point where you have to stop and just go like, you know, maybe the adventuring life isn't for me. Or worse yet, you keep on getting magic articles of clothing that talk to each other. The problem is, none of them get along with each other. And they all think they have to give you instructions. If my underwear started talking like Tingle, I would burn that shit. I would burn it so fast. Because that goes beyond simply being cursed at that point. Oh shit. Okay, I have more rupees. What do you got, Magic Man? How much is this? Ow. I'm not too far off. Oh, God. You can't destroy the underwear. You can't get rid of the underwear. And Lord knows you can't make the underwear shut the hell up. See, now I'm just imagining the hero cursed with something like that, accidentally punching themselves in the nuts just to make it stop. Give me Kimstones! Boom. Pretty sure he's talking about the bottle that I've already bought. whole entire idea behind that is just... Like, go ahead, jump down that rock, or jump into that whirlwind. This is gonna be hilarious, trust me. If you're sleepy, get some sleep. You gotta work tonight. It's like, I appreciate you being here, but it's not necessary. You know, don't put your sleep schedule and your health at risk just for my sake. This is my job. What do you mean you sell back fails to the government? I mean, they like people who are terminally online. question. Something I can never understand in Legend of Zelda games. It's like, why in the fuck is it that Link always seems to need some sort of bauble or trinket in order to do something so simple and mundane, like, oh no, I can't climb this wall unless I have a, despite the fact that there's plenty of grips and things like that, unless I have this mystical angle. I can lift this bush, but this pot, oh, way too heavy for me. Oh look, I got this wristlet now. I can lift it. It's like, my dude, you are literally supposed to be the hero of this story. It's like, are you telling me you're literally so milquetoast and pathetic that you can't do something so simple as climb a rock face? And somehow save the world without getting himself killed in the process. Like, Link genuinely strikes me as the type of person who would probably choke on their own tongue if given the opportunity. Just the unspoken timelines of Link. This Link chased a cuckoo off a cliff. Like, this Link tried to chase a cuckoo off a cliff. This Link decided to... And this Link decided to get into a staring contest with fucking Beamos. this, Link decided to try to use an Octorok as a fleshlight. We don't talk about that one. This one tried to use a Deku Scrub for the very exact same purpose. Just each Legend of Zelda game having like 500 different iterations of what happened in that timeline. God damn it. Then you have fucking Faroor as she's looking over the fucking chronicles of past Links. Just shaking her head, going like, how in the fuck did you people manage to become the hero? Once in an iteration, you people manage to succeed in not killing yourselves. Like, imagine being the poor motherfucker who has to sit there and explain to fucking Fly Amanita, or to fucking wakes up after 1,000 Years Link that a Fly Amanita mushroom is not something that you eat. It's like, this is a young Link iteration from the fucking Ocarina of Time era. He decided the moment he realized that Ganondorf Dragmire was a bad person that he was going to confront him himself, only to discover that Ganondorf Dragmire has no qualms about killing a child. fucked up timeline where each person had a very unique start within reason. So basically kind of like a Legend of Zelda game that's more like kind of an open world-ish Legend of Zelda game, but with a procedurally generated kind of storyline within reasonable parameters. So kind of like the random alternate start with like Skyrim. I mean, it would definitely be a very different Legend of Zelda experience. Problem is, you know, you'd have those people who'd be like, but my immersion and my lore. Immerse yourself in a shower. Say that lore isn't important, but at the same time, it's like, come on, this is a Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda lore very rarely, like very, very rarely will you actually find a chunk of Legend of Zelda lore that actually manages to stay cohesive across more than 2 games. It's so bad that they literally have their own fucking timeline split. All because they couldn't decide on a single linear, progression of events in The Legend of Zelda. Instead, we get shit like, oh, hey, we have the fucking very first Legend of Zelda game that you ever bought, that you ever get, that came out back in the 1980s. Is that the very first Legend of No? It's like, it may be the first for a specific timeline of Zelda games. But it is not the first Zelda game, chronologically. Like, I think, as of current, the very first Legend of Zelda game, and anybody that knows otherwise can correct me on this, but it's like, I think... like, I think the very first actual Zelda game and the timeline is supposed to be Skyward Sword. It's like, according to the timeline, the first game is supposed to be Skyward Sword. And, like, I think Minish Cap also falls under the very early points of the timeline. Like, I'd have to pull out my Hyrule Historia in order to actually pull together the actual timeline as they have it established thus far. But the one game that fucked everything up, that threw the biggest monkey wrench into everything, was fucking Ocarina of Time, because of course it deals with time travel, so of course it's gonna fuck everything up. Because it's like, I think from Ocarina of Time, there are 3 different timelines that spawn from it. Because it's like, you have the one timeline where, you know, Link goes into the future and stops Ganondorf. Then you have a timeline where Link fails in stopping Ganon. And then you have the world abandoned by the hero. Jesus Christ, you little fucking needle noses. I'm too tiny for you to notice. Ignore me. But don't step on me, please. No stepping. Oh God. That's a little morbid. He just finds the one that fucking wound up dying because he ate something that he shouldn't have. Look, I don't want to talk about it. Like, there are just certain things you don't put in your mouth. Let's just say that. Oh, God. So how did you die? So you know that little voice you hear in the back of your head that tells you not to do something? I didn't listen. Yep, I now have enough rupees to get the boomerang. I think the treasure from this one is that stupid... It's a cane that flips things over. Yeah, you know, that honestly makes me think of, like, it makes me think of Link's Awakening, where it's like, you could actually have Link perform questionably moral actions, like stealing from the item shop. But if you do, the item shopkeeper will literally fucking murder you. Cane Apache. out in different directions. Something that I thought about, the fact that they have Alone in the Dark, the new Nightmare on Game Boy Color available on the GBC Virtual Console, or the GB Virtual Console, it makes me think, what if they put Resident Evil Gaiden on the Virtual Console? Like, that would be unexpected and pleasantly surprising. It's like if they put Gruntilda's Revenge. It's one of those things you don't expect, but it would be nice. You know, just like it'd be nice if they put Turok. Well, no, they're not going to put Turok 2 or Turok on the Nintendo 64 VC if they've already got it available in their store. Kind of asinine. I've never actually played Survival Kids. Like, here's the thing, I'm not gonna be, you know, I may be an old man on the internet, but I can say for certain that there's a good chunk of the Nintendo 64 library which I am blissfully unaware of. Ah, shit. Or not necessarily blissfully unaware of, just blissfully ignorant of. Oh, Game Boy. See, that goes to show you. I swear to God. No, I was thinking Snowboard Kids. Ow, fuck. Ah, shit! You know what? I may just dig through my, my digital archive to give that game a look. Honestly, I take anything IGN says with a massive grain of salt. Oh, damn it. Well, yeah. Back when they still understood what the concept of journalistic integrity meant, before they went the way of Kotaku. Back when reporting on new video games was a brilliant concept and a burgeoning untouched ground. Ah, damn it. Come on, you Cleoc wannabe. I'm holding out hope that, you know, we'll get, like, Conker's Bad Fur Day, GK64, Mischief Makers. But I'm also hoping that Nintendo won't, you know, pull a Sony and be like, okay, we got new stuff, we got new virtual consoles, let's ignore the old ones that we had and we were faithful to for a while. And enough they're already on drip feed status, we don't need to make it worse, right? Now we just gotta wait to see them go like, oh hey, we brought Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. Now we're gonna do GameCube, Sega Saturn, and Dreamcast. It's not crazy for a guy to have hope, right? White The moment I read that, I felt a dark chill run down my spine, like somebody stepped on my grave. If they were gonna do that, they would have to bring out all 3 of them. And just for good measure, they would also have to throw in Hotel Mario. Not saying that I approve, I'm just saying that's the only way it would make sense. I still gotta wonder, what in the hell was Nintendo thinking when they were like, hey guys, let's take this company that's never been involved with games development, has never made a single video game related item in their entire career, and let's trust them with 2 of our most well-known, well-celebrated, and cherished franchises. I'm sure nothing could go wrong. Something. It had to have been something. I mean, like, I know a large portion was due to the fact that, you know, Nintendo was trying to edge out a deal on making a new, like, a 32-bit console to complement the Super Nintendo. And the initial deal for that was going to be the PlayStation. It was supposed to, like, an original model for the PlayStation was going to have it dock with the Super Nintendo in this weird design that I actually find oddly appealing. But at the end of the day, Sony was like, you know what? We can make money on our own with this thing, so you guys can pound sand. We're pulling out of this deal. To which then the Nintendo executives are just sitting there going like, well, shit, what do we do now? You know, it's like Sega already had the Sega Saturn out at this point. Or was it still Sega? No, I'm pretty sure they did have it. It was either the Sega Saturn or the 32X that they had at this point. Like, they had already made the push into the next area, and so did Atari, and so did, you know, Sony decided to be like, hey guys, look what we made! To which I'm sure Nintendo must have been like, you motherfuckers. And then Phillips just comes along and like, hey, we do good work. PlayStation was, yeah, it was incredibly ahead of its competition because they saw the gaming market. Like the longest time it was basically held that Sony held the opinion that gaming was not just for children. That gaming could be something enjoyed by more than just Junior, you know, Jimmy and Jane, but rather mom and dad and the older brothers. So, you know, they weren't afraid to dip their toes into that dreaded rated M territory. That's how you wound up with so many good games like Resident Evil and Loaded. Twisted Metal. Fucking Dino Crisis and all that other fun shit. While Nintendo was kind of sitting there going like, no, we have to be family friendly. Like, do you though? I mean, still, Nintendo did eventually kind of reach that, you know, they eventually reached that point. It can't be denied that it's like, they are industrial titans. You know, people will buy any, they would buy a jar of dirt if it had the Nintendo branding on it. Oh, my neck. That Nintendo was more often than not the ones to be like, hey, let's experiment with this really dodgy technology that may or may not work. Well, they ported Resident Evil to, they didn't start actually being truly, open to the concept of the rated M market until the era of the N64. Because even with the Super Nintendo, it's like, they would censor the shit out of so many titles. Which is also how we wound up with things like fucking Super Nilla's Arc 3D. But it's like, I will give Capcom, not Nintendo, but Capcom credit where it's due. Somehow managing to port Resident Evil 2 in its entirety, both Leon and Claire's games, onto the Nintendo 64, a single cartridge, including the cinematics, and somehow making it almost as good. In fact, one of the more definitive versions of the game. I'm just mind blown. Like, I will give respect to Capcom for somehow managing to polish that turd to absolute shining glory. But then, you know, there were other games on the Nintendo 64 that kind of... What's the word? It kind of surprises you when you realize this was on the Nintendo 64. Like, look at the... if you were, you know, it's like if you were a kid in the 90s or the 80s, you know, you would inevitably wind up getting subscriptions to, say, Nintendo Power Magazine. There's one title that I remember. I remember seeing it in Nintendo Power Magazine when it was first being talked about by Rareware. And it's like, oh, hey, look, we have, I think it was like, back in those days, it was still called like 12 Tales or something like that. It was, you know, the 12 Tales of Conquer the Squirrel or something like that. And it was supposed to be this nice, family-friendly, very cutesy, tongue-in-cheek kind of game in the same way that Banjo-Kazooie was. And we all know how that changed. It's like it went from being this family-friendly, cutesy fucking... Conker goes to save his girlfriend from the evil bad guys, to Conker's a drunk asshole, who, you know, a drunk British asshole whose basically his entire existence is get drunk, kill things, get money, save girlfriend, confuse the ratings board, and get promoted in Playboy. Because that was a thing that happened. I mean, it's like Rare had already released Banjo-Kazooie. And, you know, Banjo-Kazooie seemed to find Rare a good kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Like a good running pace, like what they should be doing in terms of developing a game. And so you wound up with, you know, other games by them that followed in the same suit, such as Donkey Kong 64, obviously Banjo-Tooie. But then, while they're in the middle of developing Conker's, what would eventually become Conker's Bad Fur Day, they're like, I don't know, maybe they got drunk, maybe they got really upset, maybe they just went like, hey guys, what if we actually made a rated M game for a change? What if we took the piss out of everybody and we made a rated M game? Like, what if we pushed the ratings board as hard as humanly possible? And I think Conker's Bad Fur Day is actually one of those games on the 64 that push the hardware to its extreme limit. Kind of like, I want to say it was Turok 2 that also was one of those games that was just like, we are going to take your hardware and we are going to make it cry. But then, of course, you know, Rare was actually kind of like Nintendo's partner in crime after they kind of split ways with Square. Because it's like, how many excellent Nintendo titles can you list off that were due in part to Rare? Like, just on the Super Nintendo alone, you've got titles like all three Donkey Kong Country games, despite, you know, some people being divisive on Donkey Kong Country 3, it was still a bestseller. On the Nintendo 64, you had Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong 64, GoldenEye 64, fucking Jet Force Gemini. Hell, even on the Nintendo, you had fucking Battletoads! Which, okay, to be absolutely fair, Battletoads isn't a bad game. It's just an arcade game designed to be played on a home console, except they forgot it's supposed to be played on a home console. Oh, man. Okay, I'll be 100%. Everybody tries to say that, like, it's like, oh, Nintendo would have been able to make certain games better, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I want to sit them down. I want to just sit them down, look them square in the eye, and 2 words will come out of my mouth. Dinosaur Planet. The Rare game that Nintendo fucked. But then again, if you think about it, if Squaresoft hadn't parted ways with Nintendo when they did, Final Fantasy VII would have been a much different game. And I don't know if that would be a good thing or not. But no, back to what I was saying though, it's like, back on the Nintendo 64 towards the, or not even the Nintendo 64, but the fucking GameCube, there was a game that was in development by Rare called Dinosaur Planet. And it's like Rare was like, hey, we like this game we're developing. We want to show it to you, Mr. Miyamoto and company. What do you think of this game? Isn't it cool? Wouldn't it be great on your console? Miyamoto goes, let's turn this into a Star Fox game. Why? I don't know. Let's make it a Star Fox game. Do we have to? And so fucking Dinosaur Planet became the ill-fated Star Fox Adventures. A game that definitely does not want to be a Star Fox game, but became a Star Fox game regardless. It's one of those games where I just look at it and I look at Miyamoto and I go, what the fuck did you do? And why did you have to touch it? Of course, on that same token note, you know, it's like, while we may have lost the ability for a lot of rare titles to be on Nintendo consoles, at least for a while, Microsoft has been, you know, very generous as of late. They didn't put Master Chief in Smash. Why? It'd be funny as fuck to see. It may not make much sense. May not have made much sense, but it would look funny. And watching Mario get his fucking dome crushed by a Spartan. But it's like at least Microsoft understood to an extent. There was some demand for the older games of the Rare franchises, so it's like, hey, what if we put together a collection of, like, all of the Rare greatest hits, all the way from the arcade era, with the exception of whichever ones couldn't be released due to conflicting contracts. You know, so it's like, obviously, no Donkey Kong. But, like, everything else is fair game. And so, you know, they released the Rare Replay. It's like almost every original Rare title. You know, all three Banjo-Kazooie games, or, you know, the two mainline games, as well as Nuts and Bolts. I don't know if Nuts and Bolts really counts as a spin-off, because it's like, it's still set in the canon timeline, whatever canon means in that universe. Like, yeah, I know people don't like fucking Nuts and Bolts because, oh, vehicles, different, ooh. What's going on here? It's like a good chunk of Rare's titles wound up in the Rare Replay. You know, it's like you had fucking Battletoads, you had Saberwolf, you had a bunch of their old arcade games, or Commodore, Zynostrad, whatever the fuck. I think the problem with Nuts and Bolts isn't so much that it was a bad game, it's just that it wasn't seen through to completion. If that makes sense. Like, you look at a lot of what goes on in Nuts and Bolts, and you look at a lot of the environments, like, they built beautifully designed worlds. The vehicle part wasn't so terrible. It was a little clunky. But But it felt like it was... I don't know how to eloquently, but it feels kind of like a cake that needs a little bit more time in the oven. Like, it wasn't quite ready. If they had made it so that the worlds... Like, if they had made it so that the different hub worlds weren't broken down into multiple different levels, and instead made them, I don't know, akin to any other Banjo-Kazooie game. So it's like you had multiple, like, quests and stuff in a single world, connected to a hub. I mean, yes and no. Because, I mean, they already did a racing game. Although it was... remember. Like, I'm trying to remember the whole entire spiel behind Banjo Pilot. Like, I think it was supposed to be another game at first, but then it was just given a gloss of paint and be like, yeah, you are now Banjo-Kazooie game. I think originally it was supposed to be another Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong Racing title. But then the whole sell-off to Microsoft happened. And they're like, ah, shit, we lost the Donkey Kong license. I don't know, I feel like I'm trying to roll it around in my head, and it's like, what if they had made it a sort of like the sort of game where you have normal quest related stuff, but instead of getting jiggies and stuff for completing those quests, you would receive, I don't know, parts for vehicles, which could then be used to modify said vehicles, and instead of boss fights, you would have races. I don't know, just a thought. The whole entire adding vehicles concept to Banjo-Kazooie just kinda, I don't know, put it on its head. I mean, at least one thing can be said about Nuts and Bolts, and that is it utilized the stop and swap feature that was originally going to be present in the original Banjo-Tooie, just in a really asinine way. Like, the way that Nuts and Bolts worked, if you had Banjo-Tooie, and on your Banjo-Tooie save data you found the different stop and swap items, you could... Was it Banjo-Kazooie? Or maybe both. But it was like, you could use those stop and swap items And that save data would basically unlock those items to be procured as accessories in nuts and bolts. Granted, they were all useless items that were simply there as fashion accessories, but still, it's the thought that counts. Though, to be honest, the whole stop and swap system just kind of... Like, the whole thing with the stop and swap system, the way it was supposed to work, I think Rare was kind of trying to punch a little bit above their pay grade. It's like, if Nintendo had... If the Nintendo 64 was a, like, disc-based system, then the stop and swap feature would have made sense. It would have been easy. That's not what happened. Instead, the 64 was a cartridge-based system, so the stop and swap system was impossible to make work. You know, it's like, you know, big fat fucking stupid nerd moment, but it's like, the original stop and swap concept was basically you would find the items that were hidden away in the first Banjo-Kazooie game. And then somehow you would swap out the cartridges to transfer the data into the other game? I think anybody that knows anything about cartridge-based systems could tell you why that's not a good idea or why it would work. I mean, fuck, even PlayStation games that had to stop and swap out discs, they would warn you on the fucking cartridge, on the console itself. Do not do this. Please, for the love of God, do not do this. It's like, for the love of Mary, please think twice. Hey! And yet, here we have games that were developed specifically built on the concept of swapping out discs. See Monster Rancher, see Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, Xenogears. Of course, then certain eagle-eyed gamers realized, hey, you could swap out discs in certain games to change the soundtrack. Like, I think, I want to say 10-Pin Alley and Vigilante 8 were both games that you could, like, in the midst of a game in session, you could pop the lid, like, pause the game, pop the lid, put in a music CD, and, like, listen to your favorite CDs while in the middle of the game. Of course, you had to swap discs back out, but still. I don't know. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Calm down, calm down. Where is my Unisom anyway? Houston, we have a Somnum. Oh, there it is. I know, I know. Where would I be without you? Likely awake until ungodly hours. Oh, God. Yeah. I don't know. I like to imagine a world where it's like the big three didn't start snapping up fucking game developers left and right. I like to imagine a world where Konami didn't do the absolute dumbest thing possible and effectively chase out their best developers. I also like to think of a world where Capcom didn't decide, hey, let's make a really good remake of Resident Evil 2 and a really fucking shabby remake of Resident Evil 3. Lazy motherfucker can't be bothered to walk a few steps, really? Yeah! Hey! that doesn't matter if I can't shrink down yet. Confound it. I'll come back when I have 400 rupees. A bigger bomb bag. How much is this going to run me? Spin the wheel, hurdy-gurdy man. How uncivilized life. Motherfucker, why does everybody want that one piece? Gotcha polls, 'cause why not? Kinda wish there was a shop to buy fucking Timstone pieces. Look, doing gacha pulls with fucking seashells is fine. Doing gacha pulls with your fucking bill money is not. Then again, who am I to tell people what to do with their money? If they want to blow it on fucking gacha, that's completely on them. Like, I only fell into the gacha trap once, and I learned never to do it again. I don't know, you're the one who plays Genshin, not me. It'll be a cold day in hell before you see me wailing for a fucking gacha game. Perhaps one day you'll be able to convince me, because today ain't that day. Oh God, that hurt. Yeah, I know you're not asking me to spend money on it. Okay, what? You see how what is? I just wasted 200 rupees. God fucking damn it. Make sure, do I at least have the kinstone pieces that I know? Look, I don't need you to tell me that I'm bad with my rupees, okay? I know for a fact that I'm dog shit with my rupees. Oh god, not you. Like, do I have the one that you need? Yes. Am I going to give it to you? Fuck no. Not right now. about 3 here. Problem is, I can't reach one of them. Okay. Slow progress, but it's progress. I just need to make sure the next time I use that fucking essence that I'm actually in an area where I can carve up a lot of grass and shit in a hurry. Like, my biggest issue with this game was always, like, I tried to 100% it, but there was always, like, one kinstone piece I could never fucking get. Vati was really one of those villains that you didn't really get too often from Zelda. Well. Really? Oh, no shit. I was completely unaware that the fucking capture device was still at 0 decibels reduced. But then maybe that's why I was retaining viewers. They couldn't hear me. Self-depreciation. Or deprecation. However you want to appreciate. Appreciate. Problem is, when I raise my mic, I kind of see myself going up into the red line. Maybe it's just paranoid, me being paranoid. I just don't want to unintentionally blast people's eardrums out. Okay. Ah, I see, I see. Oh no, shut up, Hat. Shut up, Hat. Okay, let's see about actually getting some kinstone shit. Oh no, it's a monster. Gold rope! Let's see about this cat. Oh wait, let's see if this dog too. Oh, wait a minute. We'll check the cat first. Listen here, fucker. Fucking psycho. Deranged homicidal jungle animal? Piss. Of course, now you pricks don't want to fucking... Hate you. Hate you to death. Damn it. Also, it's kind of fucked up that the three oracles, like the way that the game is coded, they've made it so that all three oracles will, one of them will never be able to get a house and will be stuck permanently in the hotel. Due to lack of foresight and completion of coding. Oh, right. I can't do that until I get the Pegasus boots. I don't know what to do. Okay, so I can't do anything involving that. There's 200 rupees of fucking volume. Look, lady, I don't care how cute you are. You can bite my ass. I'm not about to throw 200 rupees away for fucking a magazine about quote-unquote useful information that is shit that I probably already know. I'm gonna call it soon because I gotta work tonight, which means I gotta be asleep in like next 20 or so minutes, or at least heading off that way. Kinstone piece you have looks just like the one that I had, except I already used it. Whoopsie daisy. Now, hopefully Percy won't mind. It's fine. God. Fuck you, Crow. You know nothing, Crow. Oh wait, am I near one of the... No. Well, of course it doesn't want to grow. You need holy water to make it grow. Oh, wait. Money, 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 money. Oh yeah, what kinstones did I pick up? Oh, nice fresh batch. Link, Hylian Ghostbuster. But it is 1:42. It's been about 3.5 hours. I need to call it here so I can wind down and get ready to go to sleep. I'll be back tomorrow with what? Who knows? Maybe something old. Maybe ESO. I don't know. I'm trying to convince my mod to play fucking Halo with me, but it's kind of an uphill battle. We both have really weird work schedules, so it's like I would love to play Halo Reach with him, though he wants me to play Genshin. Maybe one of these days I'll actually give that game a try. Just I'm not going to spend any money on it. Anyway. I'm going to call it there. Thank you all for coming, for those of you who did. And I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow